Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now, this is a waning moon reading for the sign in the title below. I'm doing a joint introduction for all 12 of them because it would be a good idea for you to watch your sun and your moon and your rising sign and quite possibly your Saturn and Jupiter at the moment. And you will get sick of hearing me say the same thing over and over and over again. So, same introduction, same time signature on all of them to fast forward past it. But stay with me this first time. Now, the waxing moon readings were looking at what to increase over the course of the waxing moon, leading up, in this case, to the full moon in Gemini. There are many great astrologers, even on YouTube, the Leo King, Soul Garden TV, Anastasia, Cosmic Astrologer, and Adam Elmbass, sorry, and Sun Soul TV. All of them have a look at what they've got to say about the full moon in Gemini, the solar eclipse on the December the 26th that we're coming up to, and also the infamous Saturn and Pluto conjunction that is peaking on January the 12th. What we are looking at, Pluto, remember, is about transformations and endings. So this is very good for a waning moon reading where we are looking at what we want to decrease by the point of the new moon. Now is a time for making decisions. Now is a time for saying, that is where I want to be, and I don't want to be here anymore, wherever here, or even more, hopefully, I don't want to be there anymore. So hopefully you've already got some movement out of whatever it is. But we run the risk of setting the same old patterns again for another 31 years, apparently. Now, I've only just done the first 31 years, or it might have been 38, whichever, the astrologers will tell you. So now it's really important to look at what we need to cut out, what we need to reduce, what we need to walk away from, ready for the new beginnings, typified by the next new moon and by the solar eclipse, apparently. I wasn't aware they mean new things, but apparently they mean new things, at least according to Divinely Feminine, another reader I highly recommend. Anyway, I've waffled enough. You've got the idea. The question is, what should your sign decrease and reduce leading up to the new moon? And let me bring up the cards. So Aries, this is a really interesting reading. Let me just take you through the layout. Oracle cards and the aim of the what to reduce. And there is a lot going on here for you to be guided by. And then I wanted to lay two cards for the god that opposes you, is put at the top, as in they are standing between you and your higher goal, your higher self, and the god that supports you, which the one that's lifting you up, therefore at the bottom. So there is something that your intuition has been telling you that you are well aware is wrong. It's almost like it's forbidden fruit. You'll see my shuffle video appear here any second. It's almost like it's forbidden fruit. But your intuition has told you from word go, nah, you don't want to go here. And look what is standing between you and your ascension, your higher self, your evolution, your progress, is Aphrodite, the goddess of not so much love as attraction, as in those more sexual, carnal impulses, because when all considered, she may be a goddess of love, but her sun, or the cosmic force, whatever way you look at it, Eros, is love, is the god of love. She is a little more flighty, a little more casual, a little more into a dalliance than a romance. Let's put it that way. So there seems to be some form of dream or some form of standard that you've been carrying forward that seems to have naturally brought you into conflict with somebody else. And I feel that you quite like that conflict, you like that rivalry, and it has something that has enabled you to grow to quite an extent. But I feel like now that time is over, because there's certain things about your goal that you're laying out that you are not paying attention to. Two of Swords. So it's quite like what I was saying here. Your intuition has been saying to you, nah, don't go there. This is wrong. This feels wrong. It doesn't sit right. If you measure this up against any code that you care to mention, it's not going to sit right. And somewhere along here, you've convinced yourself that you have had a victory, that you have done what it is that you wanted to set out and do, but you are wrong. I could put that a little more diplomatically, I suppose, but no, you're wrong. Because you're heading away from the goal and your beliefs are full of illusion and, like I say, deceits. I don't want to go as far as to say lies, but deceits. Somewhere along the line, someone else has deceived you and you have deceived you. Quite willingly, yep, I can do this, I will go forward, I'm happy to carry this banner. But this victory that you feel, it don't feel all that great, does it? It's almost like you're feeling, well, this was supposed to be better. And I don't feel that, I don't see that you feel you've made progress. Now, there are new, this is a stage that can easily be drawn to completion because there are new beginnings coming. If you choose to take them, there are new directions you can go. And yeah, you've got to balance things a little bit as you're drawing the old stuff to a close and starting to forge ahead. But I want you actually to think back to a time that was where you didn't have that feeling of, yeah, I'm not totally comfortable with this. And I think the feeling is, yeah, I'm not totally comfortable with this, but stuff it, I'm going to carry on anyway. I've started, so I'll finish. Well, I've started, so I'll finish. I feel like there's two things. You have finished, but you've got to the finish point and it feels like there is no end. So that's one way of looking at it. But by going through whatever new has just been offered for you, you are expressing your own power. Look at this stuff from the past where you felt before all of this started and go, yeah, I don't want that again because it's been and gone. I can't have it again. But it gives me a road path forward. So there's something in your family or in your ancestors or in your history that you thought you were maybe fulfilling by this direction that you've been having, by getting involved in this, whatever it is wrong. But you've been very easily distracted. Now, an Aries can be quite single-minded. But I think you've got single-minded on the dream that was given to you with deceits in it, self-deceptions and external deceptions. It's time for you to realize that what you want is what you want and you need to go for it. Poseidon, in this deck, avarice. But of course he represents the ocean, which in turn represents emotions. What you want is what you want, and you need to go for it and not be distracted by lies that are taking you to conflicts that, although you've enjoyed them, they don't serve any purpose anymore. But your victory it's backwards facing. You know, as simple as that, it's backwards facing, because there is karma to be paid here. And if you're not, if you don't bring this to a close, that karmic debt will be carrying on and on and on. So, although it's not revealed here as such, well, I suppose it is. I'll get to that bit in a minute. But new moon, solar eclipse, Saturn and Pluto conjunction is a time to go, right, I'm calling that karma to a close. I'm moving on now because I've already paid my debt by going through this entire situation. So you can leave this situation or you can remain in it. You already sort of know where you've been lying to yourself because your intuition has been hitting you over the head with a brick. Okay, and you know how to express your power. You just need to have a little bit of... Look at the magician in this card. He's so very much at peace with everything around him because he knows that because he is at peace with everything around him will bend to his will. You've been fighting. You ain't been at peace. You've been going to and returning from war and not finding the satisfaction. 9 of Swords here. Everybody's least favourite card next to the Tower. But what I'm getting from this card is that the person who is on the bed can take the weight of those swords or not. But to me, they look like, I think it's a she, I think she looks like she's relaxing. 9 is a number of rebirth. 9 is also, in numerology, is a number of rebirth. But 9 in the tarot is very much almost complete, last stage, the forging in the fire. There is stuff here. There is quite possibly a conflict that you've been avoiding that you should have, rather than the conflicts that you have been having that have been a distraction from something that you need to face. But bear in mind that those that are around you, friends that are around you, are actually here to support you in this. 3 of Cups here, not a third-party situation, as some people can read it, because party, yeah, there is a wonderful sense of camaraderie and birth. There is a bird coming out of an egg here, while I suppose they're some form of fairy things, are sat around drinking, celebrating its first steps into the world. Your friends know that you are, or can support you in, can literally be the midwife to the new you and support you into a whole new you here. But there is karma to pay if you let there be, if you carry on with this. Just bear in mind that you may well be, if you carry on with this, no, I've started this so I'll finish, you already have finished. And you've seen that the finish doesn't end. But you might be setting yourself up for getting stabbed in the back when you could be moving forward to pastures new. That wasn't what I was expecting. The spread was given to me. You know, it was basically that urge of, do this. Okay. That was different to what is... So let's just check with the Oracle cards, because they back all this up. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so this dream here, like I say, it's... What you want is what you want. And the dream that you've been chasing recently ain't what you want. It may be a shade of it, but it's like something printed in sepia when you want the full colour version. Discernment, card number 10. Waxing gibbous moon. Now it's waxing gibbous moon tonight as I'm doing this reading. 10, you know, I said 9, 10. The rebirth, first stage complete, moving on. But discernment, right next to the card where you were blind to things, right in between the illusions and the lies. And then finally, the last card is no. This is from the Work Your Light Oracle. No. Wait. Postpone. Pause. Say no. So if somebody is trying to lead you down the garden path here, no, stop where you are, walk away, just do not follow them, follow you. Okay, good luck. Cheers.